Hello students, and we are welcome back to solve your mathematics past question class. Today we'll be focusing on matrices, and our focus will be on the addition and subtraction of 3 by 3 matrices. So the first question we have here, as we solve our questions from West African Examination Council from the year 2000 to 2010. The first question says, given the matrices A and B to be matrix A, calling the values in columns now, that will be 2, 4, 0 and 3 minus 1, 5 and 1, 2 and 3, then close bracket, and we have matrix B to be 1 minus 3, 5, 0, 4 minus 2, then 2, 1, 0, then close bracket. So the question says find A plus B, since all values are called in columns. Now to find A plus B, all we have to do is to add the value of matrix A to the value of matrix B. All you have to do is to add each number in their respective row or column to the numbers of the second matrix in their respective rows and column. So therefore we'll be calling my values in columns now, and that will be 2 plus 1. The next number in the first column will be 4 minus 3, and the last number in the first column, that will be 0 plus 5. So I move to the second column now, and that will be 3 plus 0 minus 1 plus 4 and 5 minus 2. And I move to the last column, and that will be 1 plus 2, 2 plus 1 and 3 plus 0, then close bracket. So when we add these values together, calling my values in columns, we have 3, 1, 5, and we have 3, 3, 3, and we have 3, 3, 3, which is the last columns. So that will be the addition of the matrix A plus B final answer. The next question we have here says, given matrices C and D. So we have the matrix C, calling my values in columns. We have 7, 1, 5, and we have 2, 3, minus 1, and we have minus 4, 0, 6, close bracket. And matrix D to be calling my values in columns. We have 4, 6, 3, and we have minus 3, 0, 5, and we have 2, minus 1, then minus 2, then close bracket. Find C minus D. So we're told to find the matrix C from D. So to find matrix C minus D, we have to subtract the corresponding element of matrix D from C. So we have to subtract each element in their respective rows and column from D. And that's what we're going to do. So we'll be having these following values. So when we subtract the matrix C from D, and that will be calling my values now in columns, and that will be 7 minus 4, 1 minus 6, 5 minus 3, then moving to the second column, 2 plus 3, 3 minus 0, minus 1 minus 5, and moving to the last column, minus 4 minus 2, 0 plus 1, 6 plus 2, close bracket. So we'll be having the subtraction of matrix C from D to be final answer to be calling my values in columns. That will be 3 minus 5, 2, 5, 3 minus 6, and minus 6, 1, 8 as our final answer. So the last question we'll be solving into this class says, given the matrices E and F, so we have matrix E, calling my values in columns, and that will be into bracket minus 1, 4, 2, 6, 0, 1, 5, minus 5, minus 2, then close bracket, and we have matrix F into bracket 5, minus 1, 6, minus 2, 7, 4, and that will be 0, 3, minus 1. That's the values in columns. So the question says, find matrix E plus F. So to find the E plus F, and that means we are going to add the corresponding elements of matrices E and F all together. So in their respective rows and columns. So to add matrix E plus F, we'll be having the values, calling my values in columns. We have minus 1 plus 5, 4 minus 1, and 2 plus 6. So the second columns, we have 6 minus 2, 0 plus 7, 1 plus 4. And we have the last column, that will be 3 plus 0, minus 5 plus 3, minus 2 minus 1, then close bracket. So when we add these following values together, we'll be having, calling my values in columns now, and I'll be 4, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, and we have 3 minus 2 minus 3 as our final answer. And let's solve one more question before we run out of our time for today's class. So it said, given the matrices G and H, said the matrix G into bracket, that will be, calling my values in columns now, that will be 3, 5 minus 2, minus 4, 7, and 6, 2, 1, and 4, then close bracket. And we have the matrix H to be into bracket minus 3, 0, 7, 5 minus 6 minus 4, 1, 3, and 2, then close bracket. So the question says find G minus H. So to find G minus H, all we have to do is to subtract corresponding elements of matrix H from matrix G. So that's all what we have to do. So how do we do that? So we add each corresponding element in their rows and respective column from one another. So that will be matrix H from matrix G. Now let's do that. So we'll be having in columns now 3 plus 3, 5 minus 0, and we have minus 2 minus 7. Then the second column will be minus 4 minus 5, 7 plus 6, 6 plus 4, 2 minus 1, and 1 minus 3, and we have 4 minus 2 in the last column. So when we subtract and add these values or elements together, we'll be having in columns now into bracket 6, 5 minus 9, minus 9, 13, 10, and we have 1 minus 2 and 2 as our final answer of the matrix G minus H as our final answer. So this is where we are going to stop into this class. We hope with what we've been able to learn so far into this class, we've been able to better your understanding on the addition and subtraction of 3 by 3 matrices. Thank you again for joining us for today's class. We hope to see you in our next class where we solve more questions on the aspect of matrices. Bye for now.